Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Get a lot of questions about my boat, what brand it is, what size, and all that. I just got done putting the live scope and the graphs and all on it, so I figured it'd be a good time to do a little walkthrough. There ain't much here. It's only a 1754 Havoc, so there's not much when it comes to boat, but it is definitely loaded out and it's pretty cool, so y'all check it out. So like I said, everybody's been asking about the boat, so it's really basic. It's just a 1756 Havoc, the VJSTC model. This is a little bit cheaper model, perforated floor. A lot of people love that floor. I tell you, it's really aggravating to get out of the boat, but it is really nice. So I'm running a 60 Tahatsu on here. It's what the boat's rated for. I've never had a problem out of the Tahatsu. Is really fuel efficient on this little boat. I think with the graphs and all, I think I got up 38 miles an hour the other day. So that's not terrible for a flat boat. A lot of people put 115s and 90s and all that on there. It's cool and all, but I ain't trying to go 70 mile an hour in a flat boat. So anyhow, but yeah, never had a problem with the Tahatsu. So I mounted transducer here on a transducer board. Reason I did that, in case I ever have to change this out or anything, I don't have to put any extra holes in the boat. I silicone the crap out of it. It's like a half bottle of freaking silicone on this thing, and it's just got 2 screws on it, and then the transducer screws to it. So this is a GT56 transducer, and I got it connected to this graph here, and then I got a RJ45 cable, I believe that's the name of it, that goes to the front to the other 9. So the 9s are strictly for mapping, the 12 strictly for live scope. We'll get into that in a minute. So let me climb in here and show y'all the batteries. So the batteries on this boat, I got one lithium for trolling, and I just run a standard 31 series Proguide for all my graphs and everything. I've never had a problem with it. So the battery, like I said, I'm running a 24 volt Epic lithium. Got the onboard charger back there from Epic. I got it hooked to a Perco switch and a fuse right there. So for the graphs and cranking, I'm using just a 31 series Proguide battery, and I have had no voltage drop or anything. I've been out there all day. So all my graphs, switch to this side, are connected to this Perco switch. So this cuts off all the graphs, the box, everything. So it's all on one Perco. I ain't had an issue with that either. Every graph has its own wire. So I didn't spend the $400 on a C-Clear power harness. I'm sure they work. I just ain't spending that kind of money on that after I spent all the money on this. So I just went on Amazon, got me some copper tin, just marine grade 10 gauge wire, and ran. Every graph has its own wire, and the black box has its own wire. So like I said, I haven't had a problem with any of this. The fuel line and trolling motor wire actually comes down the ribs and comes into the back of the boat back here. The only problem is with the graphs is I couldn't get them all to fit through the ribs, so all the wires and everything. So what I did is went to Lowe's, got all the stuff. That was more expensive than the graphs, I feel like, getting all the tools to do it with. So I just ran a piece of conduit. This is an 1.25 inch piece of conduit. I spray painted. I actually need a touch-up paint, and I put a male end over there with a lock nut on it, and this pipe runs all the way through the bow of the boat, and all my graph, live scope stuff, everything runs through the pipe. So I really ain't got to worry about chasing wires. So on the tackle stuff, the tackle on this boat, I keep all my tackle in this bin. This bin goes all the way back into here. So keep a lot of soft plastics here. Okay. This is all Black Label stuff. Yeah, shanks, CP crawls. I got some hollow points in there, all kinds of just extra stuff. Also, this big box is all Black Label stuff too. Got some bugs, some bug juniors, some piglets, hollow points, just kind of whatever I'm going to. This bag here is more of extras. This is what I really, my go-to box right there. So I got all kinds of stuff in the bottom. This just keep player sheds and stuff in there. Let's see, this is all CP crawls, bugs and bug juniors, just kind of standard colors that I can get to really quick. Let's see, spinner baits, buzz baits. This is a cool box. This is all Black Label square bills. Got a bunch of prowlers. Y'all know I like that spring tiger color, so always got to have a couple of them. But I got a bunch of different colors. So battle toads, some prowler MRs, 1.0s, Hicksters, all kinds of stuff. Try to keep a pretty good bit of them. But everybody always says, oh, they're too expensive. Well, they're all handmade, they're all hand painted. The bills don't come off of them. One minute, he never fails to interrupt me. So everybody says they're expensive, they're all handmade, hand painted. So you go buy a cheap crankbait, you go throw it, get it hung up in the grass, beat it off a bunch of rocks and stuff, you pull it back in after about the 5th cast and the freaking bill's gone. Well, with the Black Label stuff, you ain't got to worry about that. I haven't broke a bill off one yet. I'm sure you can, but it's not 5 casts and go ahead and tie another one on like those other brands. It's high quality stuff. So y'all go check them out. Continuing. Terminal tackle, just hooks. That's more of my big hooks. You know, I got a bunch of different brands in here. Cliff got me on these BKKs, and they are sharp. Be very careful with a BKK hook. You will kill yourself with that thing. Some chatterbaits. What else is in here? Jigs. Love throwing jigs, swim jigs, flipping jigs. I got everything. I like the Dirty Jigs tackle jigs. I think they make pretty good jigs. V&M, the Pacemaker series that Cliff designed for V&M, really good jigs too. So y'all go check them out, help him out. Got jerk baits, just kind of some odd and end hard baits in there. Let's see. This is more of my finesse terminal tackle. Just little jig heads, shaky heads, wacky rig hooks, drop shot hooks, weights. So that's about all the tackle. I keep line, whole tub of line in this boat. So like I said, the tackle's it's not extreme, but it's a lot of tackle for this little boat. So said Cliff makes great stuff. Y'all know I actually physically work there when I can. It's right up the road from my house, Woodbait Country is. So I've seen all the Black Label plastics, the crankbaits, everything made. It's all high quality stuff. Cliff is not gonna sell y'all junk. So it goes through the ringer with him. He tests everything. He plays around with the colors, gets the colors perfect every time. So you're buying good quality stuff. The soft plastics are actually really cheap for what, you know, the quality of stuff you get out of it. So y'all go check them out at woodbaitcountry.com. It helps me out, helps Cliff out. So y'all make sure y'all check them out. So the graphs on this boat, of course I'm running a 9 in the back. I'm running a 9 on the bottom of my double graph mount. This is Tiny Boat Nation's Gen 2 graph mount. This is the 8-inch tall version. They make a 5-inch tall version. I wanted the 8, and it's a solid mount. I feel like the 8's a little bit closer to your face. Got a 12 just for live scope. Invest in a 12 if you're going to live scope. The 12 is so much easier to see than the smaller ones. So for my trolling motor, one mistake I made on the trolling motor, Garmin if you're listening, is I bought the Fortrex. Fortrex is a good trolling motor, but after looking at Cliff's Garmin, I should have bought me a Garmin. It's really nice. But this trolling motor is 24 volt, 80-pound thrust. It pulls this little boat good, very efficient. So got the LVS 34 transducer on there with the bracket that they provide. Left me some slack, put it in perspective mode and stuff when I want. Always leave you some slack right here for the shaft on your trolling motor to twist around. So I got DD26 sleeve to cover up all my wires. Recessed foot control. This is clearly does not come with a Havoc. So I got them to put this in where I bought the boat, and it'll change your life. So those days of your back killing you and all that, it's all out the window with that. You're pretty much just standing up straight all day. It's nice. You're not hopped up on one leg. So on the Garmin stuff, I'm not sponsored by Garmin. I think Garmin makes great stuff. I'm sure everybody makes good stuff, but Cliff's sponsored by Garmin. So my advice to y'all is, if you can help a friend, help a friend. Cliff helps me. He's made me a better fisherman. The knowledge that dude possesses is crazy. So I always learn from him. I go help him whenever chance I get. So he's sponsored by Garmin. I bought all Garmin stuff to help out a friend. Y'all do the same. So it helps him, he helps me, everybody's happy. But that is pretty much the boat. Like I said, there's not much really to talk about in this little boat, but I know a bunch of you's been asking. So anywho, if you like this kind of stuff, please like and subscribe. Comment, let me know what y'all want to see. I got a few videos coming out. I started working with Temple Fork Outfitters. It's a rod company. Y'all go check them out. It helps me. So I'll do a few videos on some of their rods. I'm still really testing out a lot of the rods. There's just some I've used a lot over the last 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, that I'll try to make a video on for y'all to go check out. So they have high-end rods, they have low-end rods. They have pretty much rods for every budget, for everybody. So y'all go check them out, Temple Fork Outfitters. But this is it. This is the boat. So be doing a lot of fishing. Still got to learn the live scope deal. I've never had a graph on my boat prior to this. I couldn't even tell you the water temperature when I went out there. I never owned any of this kind of stuff. So I'm steadily learning. So I can't afford a 21-foot bass boat. And this is my 21-foot bass boat for now. So not everybody can afford a $100,000 boat. I'm just like y'all. I don't get paid to do this stuff. I do it for free, and I think it's pretty fun. So if you ain't got the money to go get a big bass boat, go get you some graphs, put it on a little boat like mine, learn it. It's crazy how much you learn off all this stuff. So, and then when you gotta get a bass boat eventually if you really want to be serious in tournaments. So when you do, at least you already know all this. But anyways, like I said, like and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. So let me know what you want to see and all that. I'll try to make it happen. I appreciate all y'all tuning in, and this is it. So y'all go fishing this weekend, have fun, be safe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.